fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Decepticon Hotlink from the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege line. Now this is a little different than the normal Siege line that's already come and gone. This is kind of a Redux line, exclusive to Walmart, and basically you can see it says Netflix and Netflix original series. They're doing a Siege cartoon on Netflix, so what they've done is taken some of the toys from the original Siege line about a year ago, repainted them. Some of them are new characters like Hotlink here. I'm trying to think, they don't really show anything else on the back of the box. But you can see here's the like big art picture that's usually on the side. Slightly different color scheme there. And it just says Netflix real big. So a lot of the figures, Ultra Magnus, Megatron, who else is in this first wave? There's a Decepticon version of Mirage. There's a redeco of Reflector, whatever it's Reflector, but they're calling him Refractor, whatever his name is, because they lost the copyright. He's redone and called Scrap Face. Chromia's there, Hound, Sideswipe, I think. So it's mostly repaints. It's just mostly repaints with even more battle damage and whatnot. And they're in this new white packaging, and the line's exclusive to Walmart. So I tell you all of that to show you that Hotlink is one of the few like new characters that's actually in this line. I guess technically if you want to think of Scrap Face and whatever the name of the Decepticon version of Mirage as new characters as well. In any case, so this guy's Voyager class, but he comes with two Targetmaster partners, Heatstroke and Heartburn. Their color schemes are almost identical, except their visors are different colors, so that's the only difference they got going on there. But I think he looks cool, and I like this mold, and I like this color scheme. It's very Skywarp-esque, but different enough that I think he looks cool. I'll be honest, I won't be getting most of this line because it is repaints of toys I already have, but I'm a sucker for another Seeker, and having already, 7, 8 of these things already, I figured what's one more? Let's go ahead and grab this guy. So I do like the packaging, though. I think the white really pops. I think that looks really cool. So we're going to go ahead, get this guy out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. So here's everybody out of the packaging. We'll take a look at the two little Targetmasters first, because there's not too much going on with them. So I believe the one with the yellow visor is Heartburn, and this is Heatstroke. Again, pretty much identical except for different colored visors. And the weird, like, seafoam green is an odd choice. I don't know why it makes me think of toothpaste. So I'm going to call one of these Tartar Control. No, I'm just kidding. But they transform exactly how you would expect. This flips up. This piece bends back like this. You peg the two legs together. I said peg the two legs together. There we go. Then these come down and peg in there. And then these come up and peg in here. And there you go. There is the Targetmaster. They do come with these effect pieces. You get 2 of these. They're exactly the same. You can peg that on there. And there you go. So they have ball joint in the shoulder there and a ball joint in the hip. I guess that's pretty much it for articulation. Do the heads move? No, I don't think so. No. So again, flip this up, peg the legs together. This comes down, pegs in there, and then these come up and tab in to the sides. And there you go. So when they're in this mode, it's pretty much impossible to tell them apart. I guess you could look underneath. I don't know. Why are they the same color? I guess it was just easier to do that. I would have liked, even if they were just maybe inverted or throw some gray in there somewhere, or I don't know. The seafoam green is a weird choice. I mean, I guess it looks okay with the purple, but I'm going to put them off to the side for the moment, and we will focus on Hotlink. Alright, so the first thing I got to mention, Hotlink, it's a weird name. I mean, every time I would go to look for this on the Walmart website, it would take me to their grocery department, and it would show me, different deals for hot dogs and sausages. I'm sorry, Hotlink sounds like a sausage. I don't know if this is an existing character, or if they made him up for Netflix. I'm really not sure. I could probably look on the TF Wiki, and I apologize I didn't. So yeah, I don't know what the name's about. But ultimately, I think the color scheme looks cool. You have lots of different shades of purple. You have that little bit of orange on the wing and then in the canopy to kind of make it pop. So I do like that. Taking a closer look at the head sculpt, pretty much what we're used to. I did notice mine has a little imperfection, which I wish I noticed in the store, but I didn't. Because if you kind of look at it like right off the bat, it just looks like shine, like sheen from the light. And then you're like, oh no, that's actually a tiny imperfection. I'm just going to pretend it's battle damage. Otherwise, the eyes look good. Face is nicely detailed. Pretty cool. There's not too much to review on this guy. I mean, it's the Tetrajet mold that you're used to. You've probably got several of these by now. I'm going to take the guns off the shoulder, but same guns we're used to getting. You can also hold them in the hand if you'd like, or any of the other ports around, as they're all the same. You can take the Targetmasters and put them in. You could even put them on the shoulder if you want. So you have lots of options. Articulation, just to run through it real quick. Ball joint for the head, hinge and swivel in the shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, wrist swivel, you have a waist swivel, hips out to the side, front to back, thigh swivel, 90 degrees in the knee. You have some ankle tilt, you have a little bit of back and forth with the ankle as well. Like I said, you've probably seen this mold before, nothing new. But the color scheme is cool. I kind of dig it. So we'll go ahead, we'll get into his transformation. Alright, so again, I'm going to do this real quick because you've probably seen the transformation, and I'm going from memory here. So open this up, flip that in, collapse this in, close that up, come over here to this side, do the same, open this up, there we go, collapse it down, there we go. You can kind of close up the feet as well. Next, you're going to, I believe next we have to pull this back. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, I will be honest, but pretty sure you pop this out. Then you can spin these down. They will peg together. There we go. Next, you're going to want to bring this piece up and peg it into the back of the head so that you can then rotate that all the way down, about as far as that'll go. Then you're going to lift up the chest piece here, like so. At this point, I believe you're going to spin the waist around 180 degrees. You're going to fold this up, and you can see that there's a long tab here, and that's going to go in there. So pop this up and kind of hang that out there, and I will zoom out a bit. Now you do have that spring-loaded back of the leg, which I still think is pretty cool, but make sure that's in so that you can get this to go where it needs to go. So those are pegged in, and then you just want to kind of make sure these are not in the way of anything. You're going to bring this down. You can see that there are two slots here on the arm that are going to peg in right there. So you bring this in. And then this part, I don't want to say it's difficult. You just have to get it lined up, but it can be a little tricky just to make sure because you need to get that snapped in. All right, come on now. There we go. All right, that's snapped in. Bring this down and do the same. I think that should be in. There we go. Then you're just going to kind of bring this down. This has kind of a hinge. You can see there. Bring this down so that it's flat, and then bring this down, and then they will kind of clip under there. The little tab right here just fits in. Now this will actually, and I should show this, but there's tabs right here that will peg in to the forearms. So you bring them down. That's why you need to make sure that they tab into place against the leg so that that will all peg in. And then you just bring this up, and this will, do I have this going correctly? Yeah, this will tab in like that against the back, and then this will lift up and then come down and tab in. Actually, you know what? I think I did that out of order. I believe you need to do the top section first and then come back and do this. And there you go. You have your Tetrajet. So again, it's a mold you've seen several times, but I really like this gradient of purple. It kind of is giving me like Cyclonus vibes, which I think is kind of neat. You got a Decepticon symbol right there. Again, love the orange on the windshield there. But yeah, just overall, it's a really nice color scheme. I like it. You see I've gone ahead and pegged the guns in. If you want, you can peg them in there, or if you'd like it better to peg them in here. If you like that angle better, it's just, you know, whatever you prefer. I think I used to always do this, just because I like them tucked in a little bit closer. But again, doesn't matter, whatever your preference is. Either way, very cool alt mode. Like it quite a bit. Even though it definitely reminds me of Skywarp, I feel like it's different enough that it's its own character, and it's like you won't get it confused with Skywarp, I don't think. Now you could also take these guys if you wanted to, say, move these out to the ends, and then, and maybe not, maybe take these off completely. I mean, you can definitely peg them in. Surprisingly, this mold does not have a ton of connection points in the vehicle mode. Like, there's really none on the top. You'd think there'd be like some on the wings or something. But that kind of looks cool. It's a little busy, and they don't peg in super sturdy, but it kind of works. As it falls off. So I'm just going to put these back in. I think these work a little bit more successfully. I kind of wish it had even just like one up here, or maybe one in the front, or, well, I understand why it doesn't have it in the front because of how those open up, but you can maybe put them on the wings or something. So I think this guy's really cool. It's definitely a mold you've probably already seen a bunch of times, but it's a good color scheme, and I think it's a fun mold that I like, and for whatever reason, I'm a sucker for just picking up more Seekers, so I probably have about 8 of this mold at this point, but they're all different characters, all different color schemes, and I'm here for it for some reason. As far as the 2 Targetmasters, I'm always a fan of getting more Targetmasters. I think the color scheme here is a little weird. The seafoam green is not the best color choice in my opinion, and the fact that they're almost identical except for different colored visors is kind of a bummer. If you're going to give me more Targetmasters, just do something. Maybe you have this like lighter green in the middle and then the darker green on the outside. Maybe swap those colors for the other one or something like that, or introduce some gray. Maybe have, you know, gray in the chest or gray for the arms, or do something. I don't know. Just this color scheme for the 2 Targetmasters is not the best. It's not terrible. It's just not the best. But at the end of the day, you're probably buying this set for Hotlink, and for that, I think you won't be disappointed. So if you can find this guy at Walmart, I definitely recommend picking him up. It does seem like some random things are going on sale. I know the Ultra Magnus went from like 60 to 35, so maybe this guy will hit a sale soon as well. Not really sure, but you know, be on the lookout next time you go to Walmart. So I recommend him if you like the Seekers, if you like this mold. I think this is another valuable one to add to the collection. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.